What's going on, everybody? What's going on? You know what it is. It is me, it is Overseer J.C. Jones here as we start off our week, our grand, wonderful week. Y'all know what it is. It's Faith Drip here, 10 a.m., a little after here in Phoenix, Arizona, a little after 1 on the East Coast, and you know how we started. We started how we ended, and that's always on fire. Come on, somebody. Let's get ready to go. Hey, just begin doing what you know you got to do. Make sure you start sharing, liking, loving, tagging, and subscribing. Hit that notifications button. Let's do what we know how to do. I'm getting ready to get started. I got some electronics is here moving a little slow, but we got it under control. Listen, just begin sharing and letting somebody know that the drip is on. The drip is dripping. I'm about to share it over here real quick. Yeah. Let me get this thing moving. You know, I can't do 100,000 things at the same time, although I'm doing about 1,000. I can't do 100,000, so sometimes I'm moving a little bit slow. But great morning to you. Great morning. I hope you all had a wonderful, and I mean that, a wonderful weekend. I pray church was great. Everything that you needed to happen, happened. And even if it didn't happen, I hope you know that God's making it happen. Come on now, somebody. Here we go. Let me get in my comments. There, come on, somebody, come on. Work with me. It ain't moving fast enough. Come on. All right, there we go. Great morning, Minister Joe. Great morning, Natalie. Great morning. Great to see you. Wonderful. I told you my screen was taking a minute to come up. Everything was reinstalling. Okay, great. Listen, I want you to begin tagging, letting people know that the drip is on. So if you got somebody that needs to get those jewels this morning, you know what it is. You know how we do. We just immediately start saying, you know what? You need to get some of this drip. I'm about to start tagging right now. I am hitting some folks in it right now. Boom. Yep. Boom. Yeah. I love it. So make sure you start your tagging process. Make sure you start letting them know, hey, don't forget, the drip is on. Yeah. I'm about to hit them all at one time. I'm hitting them all at one time. There we go. You should get excited when you're like, oh, I got to share this with somebody. I got to share this with somebody. Boom. There it is. Let me go on over to my YouTube real fast. Let me see what I got going on YouTube. You know, I got to check in on the fam. We got Facebook straight. Now let's see what we got going on over on the YouTube. Come on, y'all. Deep, my nephew, Deacon Terrell, great to see you. You are, oh man, yes, God is good. Yes, Faith and Truth, we gained a new family member yesterday. God is good. I saw New Grace gained a new family member as well. God is growing the kingdom. Listen, one soul at a time. Somebody better say, yeah, okay. That's what we're talking about. As you see, I'm ready this morning. I'm excited this morning. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure, hey, it is some of you who think because you're watching and you're following. Yeah, I'm subscribed to Faith and Truth on the Facebook, and you're not. I've seen it. I just don't want to call out the names on live. But check and make sure you actually are subscribed to the YouTube and Facebook, that you're following or liking those pages. Hit your notification buttons. Markeisha, great morning. You know what it is. It's Monday. Come on now. It's Overseer Coffee. Huh? What you need? We got it. Listen, if you was looking at the title today, do you remember? And oh, how I want to bust out in a Michael Jackson song, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. But oh, how I do want to sing. Do you remember? Oh, my fault. I did it. I did not. I said I wasn't gonna do it. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I did it anyway. My fault. My fault. Listen. Good times. Good times. Do you remember? That's the drip today. You know, this is always certain drips I can say, oh, I can see this being a series at church. Because it's a lot of things that can go into do you remember. But today, the do you remember is do you remember what God told you? That's this do you remember. Rowena, good to see you. Good to see you. Great morning to you. Listen, do you remember what God said? Do you remember the vision, the dream? Do you remember the plan? Woo-wee. Come on, somebody, let me know when you're ready. Y'all know what we do. We hit the double readies. We hit the ready. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready. I ain't just ready. I'm ready. So when you're ready, just hit me with the double readies. Listen, YouTube already hit me with the double readies as soon as they got on. Ready. So let's get ready to go. Make sure you have shared this so somebody is gonna get these jewels with you. Don't take all the jewels for yourself. Listen, there's more than enough for everybody. So make sure you have shared, make sure you have subscribed, not just to my personal page, but to the Faith and Truth Christian Center page. Make sure you subscribe to Facebook and YouTube. Hit your notifications button so you can get alerted anytime we go on. And make sure you're loving and liking this particular Faith Drip and share. Tag somebody and share. Well, we got all the readies, so I'm gonna take it then you must be ready, right? Okay, so we gonna go on and flip the vibe, and let's go on and talk about it. Go on, hit that one time. Can we talk about Abraham? I want to talk about Abraham, later Abraham, okay? Because, as you all know, I'm sure, if not, I'm going to remind you, God told Abram that would become Abraham, you know, I'm going to make you a father of many nations, of great nations. Listen, you going to go out and be fruitful, multiply. You going to be somebody. Listen, your impact is going to be felt for generations to come. This is a promise. God made a declarative promise to Abraham. But here is the thing. Can we just have a conversation? Here is the thing. A lot of us have an enemy when it comes to the promises, the visions, the dreams that God bestows upon each and every one of you, us. That enemy is time. Yeah, there we go. Time. Time is an enemy. Why? Overseer? Somebody just say, why, overseer? Listen. God can show you something. And you know how it is. Oh, you wouldn't believe what it's like I was clear as day. I heard the voice of God. Oh, this dream, it was so clear. God gave me this dream. God, I don't know where it came from. Wait a minute. Yeah, I do, God. And I wrote this plan down. And we want it to happen right then. We want it all to manifest right then. But it takes time. Somebody right now is saying, boy, don't you know? Don't you know? Yeah, it takes time. And time is our enemy because we don't like time. We don't like waiting. We want right now. We like, well, what's taking so long? You ain't moving fast enough. The impatience can have us jumping ahead of God and remixing, destroying even the plan, the vision, the dream. So I want to take you to an area in Genesis 24. This is older Abraham. Yeah, he's already done the sacrifice, but yet not sacrifice of Isaac. All that has already happened. Isaac is of age. And Abraham is older and realizes we got to facilitate the promise. And in Genesis 24, it starts off, just in case you just think I'm talking, Abraham was now very old. He was old already. He very old. Okay? And the Lord blessed him in every way. Listen, the riches is coming. The cattle is coming. The gold and silver have come. He got the sheep. He got cattle. He got all that he needs, but he has to facilitate the plan. He got to grow the plan. Pastor J. Ross. Come on now. That's a brother of mine now. So here he is talking to his senior servant in the house. And he says, listen, I want you to swear. This is verse 3, Genesis 24. I want you to swear by the Lord, the God of heavens and the God of earth, that you will not get a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites, among whom I am living, but will go to my country and my own relatives and get a wife for my son Isaac. The servant asked a good question. Hey man, what if she ain't willing to come back? What if I find her and I'm like, oh yeah, she good. And she like, I ain't going with you. Shall I then take your son back to the country you came from? Should I go take Isaac to meet her? This is very significant of a question. Because you would think, man, I'm getting old. I got to facilitate God's promise of being a father of many nations. If Isaac doesn't get married and then have children, this is about to die right here. The plan ends right here. You would think the pressure of time. Abraham, is at a point like, hey, just get him somebody now. We got to get this thing moving. But no. Abraham remembers everything. Remember, do you remember? That's Faith Drip today. Abraham remembers every single thing God told him. Not that just he was going to be a great father of many nations. Not that he was just going to, have wealth and abundance and be fruitful and the multiplication was going to be there. But he said, hey, I need you to get away from your kinfolk. Then I need to do that so I can do the promise. This significant question of, do you want me to take him back? Abraham is saying, no, I remember what God told me. I can't put the promise in jeopardy by Isaac going back. Isaac can go back and not come back, and he would be there. The promise isn't about being there. It's about moving away and growing everywhere. Nah. He says, make sure you do not take my son back there. The Lord, the God of heaven, who brought me out of my father's household in my native land, and who spoke to me and promised me on oath, saying, to your offspring I will give this land. he will send his angel before you so that you can get a wife for my son from there. If the woman is unwilling to come back with you, then you will be released from this oath of mine. Only do not take my son back there. So the servant put his hand under the thigh of his master Abraham and swore an oath to him concerning this matter. Listen, that's a word all by itself. Some of y'all, because of the pressure of time, the pressure of, hey, I had a plan. God gave me a plan. God showed me a dream. God showed me a vision. Because of the pressure of time, some of y'all want to go back. Ooh-wee. Some of you want to go back when God told you to go forward. Don't let time be the pressure that breaks your resolve. You've been holding on. It ain't time for you to go back. God ain't a backwards God. God is a God of momentum. God is a God of forward momentum. Don't you dare think about going back. Do you remember what he told you? See, in this, as you keep reading this, the servant, and he gets his peoples and he gets the camels and he goes back to find the wife, and he's like, I'm not really sure how I'm about to pull this off. But he remembers that Abraham said an angel of the Lord will be with you. He'll move the pieces. He gonna help you do what's needed. And so he begins praying. Lord God of my master Abraham, make me successful today and show kindness to my master Abraham. See, I am standing beside this spring and the daughters of the townspeople are coming out to draw water. May it be that when I say to a young woman, please let down your jar so that I may have a drink, and she says, drink, and I'll water your camels too. Let her be the one you have chosen for your servant Isaac. Listen, before he even finishes praying, Rebecca come. And boy, somebody say confirmation. See, there's so many lessons in this to fight the pressure of time. When God has already showed you what it is, he's told you what it is, he's given you a plan. But you know how we do. Sometimes we like, you know what, time is running out. I think I might have to compromise. No, baby. You ain't got to compromise nothing. This is the time that you got to have a conversation with God. First, you got to remember, and then you got to have a conversation. See, Abraham is like, no. Go, it's time. Find him a wife. No. One, don't pick none of these. Go back where I came from that stop. But do not take him back there. That ain't the promise. The promise got to be out here, not back. So don't take him back. The pressure that the servant is under. Well, let me just snatch me one. No. He begins to have a conversation. God, the Lord of my master, listen, I need confirmation. This too much. This is overwhelming. I don't want to make the wrong choice. How many of you have been in a situation where because of time, because of the assignment, because of the pressure, you made the wrong choice because you was trying to do it quickly? See, the servant is on a mission to get results quickly, but he doesn't want to make a hasty decision without thinking it through, without it being the right choice. Yeah, listen, time is against my back. I feel the pressure of time, but it's still, I can't sacrifice the right choice just because of time. God, time ain't nothing to you. Listen, time is nothing to you. You turn back time. That time is nothing. So God, although time is running out for me, let me talk to you, because you can make this happen in a blink of an eye. Before he can finish his amen, here comes confirmation. Rebecca is doing everything he asked God. Let it be a sign that I know she the one. It's like, I already heard your prayer before you started praying. I already was sending her before you even started. I knew what you was gonna say. I just needed you to say it. So out of your mouth, you would see the results and confirmations of what you had already asked. I know that was moving swiftly and quickly, but if you need to play that back, play it back, because that's for somebody. The servant didn't feel pressure. The servant felt God. The servant felt purpose. Rebecca did everything that he needed to see for his request to God. And he says, hey, listen, would you be so graceful? Do you have room? Who's your father? Who your people is? And do y'all have room at the house? She said, yeah. And he gave her a ring and another jewel. And she took him to the house, and he met brother and father. And they talking amongst themselves, and they like, hey, listen, we ain't about to force nobody to go nowhere. And once you go and you come back and we'll do something. He said, no, listen. If I go, she got to go. We not playing the games. I am under time. But I'm confident she the one, because God showed me. God made it clear. I made a request of what I needed to see, and she was that to the fullest. Even when you know something, there'll be people that will put pressure on you to do something different. I'm not saying it was malicious, but still they had other thoughts. Oh, well, no, you ain't got to do it that way. Why don't you do it that way? And then you come back and then we'll make something happen. No, that wasn't the plan. That wasn't what my master told me. That wasn't what was requested of me. I said yes. I made an oath to the plan. I remember it in its entirety. It can't go like that. So they called up Rebecca and said, hey, do you wish to go? And she said, yeah. See, you got to have some resolve, some fortitude. So listen, I'm gonna stand on it. Some of you all needed to hear this morning, because God has showed you a thing. God gave you the plan. He gave you the vision. He gave you the dream. And because time has been growing or shrinking, and issues have occurred through time. For Abraham, he getting old. He got to see this. He got to make sure this thing happens. He not about to let nobody else. He's not dependent on nobody else to facilitate this part. This is his part to play. I got to make this thing happen. Time has happened. Age has happened. But panic didn't happen. No, God got this. Shoot, we was already past time before we had him. And he did that. Why am I about to panic now? Because I'm even older. I was already old. And he gave us Isaac. And we panicked before. And had a child. Because my wife was panicked. And gave me her handmaid, and I was panicked and didn't say, God got it. And we had a son, Ishmael, that wasn't part of the promise. I will not make that mistake again. How many of you right now can say, I won't make that mistake twice? Come on, somebody, talk to me. All of us have felt the pressure of time, the panic that comes with the pressure of time, and made a mistake. Can you declare right now, I won't make that same mistake twice, God? I learned my lesson, God. This is Abraham walking out lesson learned. Lesson learned. How many can type it and mean it right now? Lesson learned. I'm talking to you. How many can type that thing out and mean it? Lesson learned. Oh, Marquisha, I'm glad I see you now. You following on YouTube? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Minister Greaves, I see you on there. How many can type and mean it? Lesson learned. Because all of us should have learned a lesson by now. Come on, somebody. Well, of course she goes back and Rebecca is with Isaac and this moves on and he marries her under the tent. And his mother, Sarah, passes away a little bit later. Time. Abraham remarries. Because I know y'all was like, well, Isaac, that's a lot on you, man. You got to... He has more children. And it started with he was very old. But he still was playing his part. Isaac is the promise. But Abraham is not done working his part. This is a quick one today. I want you all to remember. Don't let people, don't let time, don't let pressure make you forget what God said. Whether he said it directly, he said it through a word, and you knew it was God. You received it. You was at that service, and the man or woman of God gave you a word from God, and you knew it. You felt it in your spirit. This is God. This is, I was just having a conversation. I was just praying about this, and you got the word. And y'all know how it is. As soon as you leave that service, the attack, trying to snatch back the word, is immediate. Guard the word. Guard the plan. Guard your purpose. And don't succumb to the pressure of time. If God said it, so shall it be. You got to be confident. God ain't just talking. We might just be talking sometimes, but God, he don't waste no words. You can write that down. God don't waste no words. If he said it, so shall it be. Come on. I need you before you get off of here to make a declaration. Promise, plan will be fulfilled. Come on, make a declaration today. Don't get off faith drip today without declaring with your hands lifted, God, yeah, the plan will be fulfilled. The promise will be fulfilled. What you've given me will be fulfilled. If you can make that declaration, you already saying, I won't succumb to the pressure of time. I won't go back when you told me to go forward. You already saying all of that. So just make the declaration. Before you get off of here today, make the declaration, God, the plan will be fulfilled. Come on. Yeah, I see you, Rowena. The promise, the plan, it will be fulfilled. Come on. Don't let her be the only one. Y'all get on this. Make this declaration before we leave this. Come on. Come on. Come on, YouTube. I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you, YouTube. I need to see it. I need to see it. God, the plan, the promise. Yeah, it will be fulfilled. Come on. Talk to me. Talk to me. Yes, 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 yes. See, it's something about that. That's what Abraham stated in the beginning of this Genesis as he was talking to his senior servant, as he is directing him to go get Isaac's wife from back there, to bring her up here. I need you to bring the wife to catch up to the promise. I don't need you to take him to go backwards. No, bring her up. We don't go back. Bring it up. Woo! That's going to hit for somebody. That's going to hit for somebody. Listen. Do you remember? I need some of you all to take some time when you have time today to sit back and reflect on what God said to you. Some of you have gotten the story kind of mixed up. You know, when time gets in, you start adding and subtracting things. I need you to really go back and say, wait a minute, let me write, what did he actually say? Woo! I'm trying to get out of here. Because some of you have added on some things that God never said. Oh, I hope you just picked that up. Somebody has added on to something God never said. And it's destroying the path. Because now that you've added on something that he didn't say, it is making you veer off the path that he had planned. What did he say? Do you remember? Do you remember? Hey. Bless Faith Drip today with stars or seed. FaithTruthCC.org/donate. Just listen. Help us keep getting this word out. Help us to be able to keep dropping jewels. We still got to bring you another Faith Drip live experience this year. That wasn't free. So help us keep getting this word out. I'm ready for the live experience. Are you? My God. Before I get off, make sure, thank you, Rowena, thank you. Make sure you do not forget, if you are in Phoenix, please come out and support Faith and Truth Christian Center's 3-year anniversary. The theme, the time is now. Come on, somebody. Friday, November 8th, we have Bishop A.E. Thompson Jr., the second, however you want to say it, the presiding bishop of Gloria Grace Covenant Network, senior pastor, bishop of New Grace House of Worship. Listen, 7 p.m., November 8th, Friday. It's going to be quite bananas. Make sure you are in the house. And Sunday, November 10th, we ain't done. 10:45 a.m. we have Bishop Raymond Walker II. Come on. From Elevate Christian Church. And they're about to launch Dallas as well. Oh, this thing is going to be crazy. Come celebrate with us. Would you please come celebrate with us for the 3-year anniversary of Faith and Truth Christian Center, November 8th and 10th. That's the drip today. Do you remember? Sometimes we got to reflect on that. God, let's play that back. Hey, remember, God is always walking with you. And I promise you this, He always will. Peace and love, y'all. God bless.